when I get elected, I get two offices. One is being a Cook County Commissioner, but the more important office for what you're doing here today is I'm a Cook County Forest Preserve Commissioner. And so as you came up the river, you were through the forest preserves in a lot of the places. And our Forest Preserve District is the largest Forest Preserve District in the United States. 69,000 acres of land. We're celebrating our 100th anniversary. We have 7 major waterways that go through our Forest Preserve system. And so paddlers like you are part of our educational and recreational purpose in trying to get people out there. I mentioned to some on New Year's Day I sponsored, and I've had as many as 400 paddlers with me, a New Year's Day paddle that starts at Willow Dam, which is a little farther north than where you got on at Chick Evans, and goes through Chick Evans and goes to Dempster. So if you're around on New Year's Day, come and join us. The reason you're here is the reason Chicago's here. The lake and the river system are what made this the center of commerce for all. Hi guys. Made it the center of commerce for the Midwest and why we are the leading city of the Midwest. When you go down the river here, you're going to be on one of the engineering marvels of the world, the reversing of the Chicago River to take sewage away from it, to keep Chicago as a vibrant metropolis and commercial center. The history of the whole region is tied to so many things that happen. I go to a beach in Evanston a couple times a week, and Marquette and Joliet actually spent the night there at that beach. Every place you go, you're going to find paddlers who have had an impact. Kurt's going to talk a little, I think, about his family's restaurant, which has been here 63 years, and the commerce and development along the river bank. But in Cook County, we understand the importance of all the riverways, and so whatever attention you draw to being on the Des Plaines River, being on the Chicago River, being on the many creeks that we have within it. Dan, who is Kurt's nephew, who works here at the restaurant, told me he's been on the Salt Creek in the Forest Preserve with his children in canoes this summer. We understand that these river trails are what made us great, and these river trails are the things that we have to understand and preserve if we're going to really go forward. You know, we've got people now who are talking about reversing the Chicago River and doing things for ecological reasons. We have the largest freshwater supply in the United States. We need to figure out how to preserve it. We're trying to figure out ways to disinfect the Chicago River. I used to have a boat that I'd bring up in late October or early November to the boatyard, and you would look at the river at that point and you would sit there and go, ooh. Today we actually have people who are living closer to the river, who are involved in the river, and we have people who are trying to figure out how to bring this river back to its vibrant past. We're just so glad that you came through here. The journey you're going to take to Alton is an amazing journey. I knew there were a number of locks and dams, but someone told me 27. That's going to be an amazing challenge for you going. It won't be like portaging over some of the little dams that we have on the North Branch.
Well, that was 27 from Minneapolis down. From here down, it's a little less.
Little less,
yeah.
But
still a lot.
But you're going to go through some great parts of Illinois. You're going to go past Starved Rock State Park, which in and of itself will be just one of the great vistas to see, and to think about all the farming and everything that's happened in that part of Illinois and how it gets to supply the heartland of the United States. And the amount of commerce you're going to see going down to the Mississippi and going down to New Orleans, it's going to be amazing. We're lucky that we're the start of your journey. We're lucky that Chicago has become such a great commercial center. And if it weren't for the paddlers before you and the paddlers today and this waterway, we wouldn't be here. We'd be in Milwaukee having this conversation. This is the reason that Chicago is so great. So thank you for being here. As we celebrate our 100th anniversary of the Forest Preserve District, we're going to make sure we get on our websites the information about your paddle, and we'll try to put a link on to let people know that you came through our forest preserve. So thank you for being part of our history, and good luck.
Thank you.